Hello Year 10. Today we're going to carry on with quadratics, but this time we are recapping something that we did a little while ago, which is the quadratic formula. So the general form of a quadratic equation is something times x squared plus something else times x plus a constant, and that should be equal to 0. If it's not equal to 0, you need to rearrange it so that whatever is on this side moves over to this side, so by doing the opposite operation, and you end up with an equals 0. Once you've got a quadratic in this form, the solution is x equals minus b, so that's that b here. So if this is a negative, it will then become a positive here. Plus or minus square root b squared minus 4 times a times c. And again, this sign here is attached to the c. So if this was a negative, you'd have a negative 4 times a negative c, so you'd end up adding something in there. And then that is all over 2a. So that is the quadratic formula, and because of this plus minus, it will give you two different answers most of the time. So copy that down please, and I'm going to do two examples using this. So first example then, solve the equation x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0 to 2 decimal places. From this equation we have got that a equals 1, because there's really a 1 there. B equals, the sign is attached, so it's negative 5, and C equals 3. When we plug this into the quadratic formula, that means we're going to get x equals minus b, so minus negative 5, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, so 2 times 1. So that turns into positive 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 12 all over 2. And you can keep it as one answer right up until the point that you actually evaluate both answers in your calculator. So this is the point where you would want to put it into your calculator. You will get, from doing 5 minus root 13 over 2, x equals 0.70. And from doing 5 plus root 13 over 2, you'll get 4.30, and they are both to 2 decimal places. That should be enough to have a go at questions 1 to 4. I'm going to do another example now to help you with the other questions. Next example, show that 2x squared plus 2x plus 5 equals 0 has no real solutions. We're going to use the quadratic formula. A is 2, B is 2, and C is 5. I've just realised you can't see that, so let me just get rid of that. C is 5. So we would have x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This will turn into minus 2 plus or minus the square root of, so 4 times 5 is 20, times 2 is 40. So if we do 4 minus 40, we get negative 36. And then this is where the problem arises. We cannot do the square root of negative 36. So we're going to need to do a little conclusion statement. There are no real values for the square root of negative 36. Therefore, there are no, I'm going to go over here, real solutions for 2x squared plus 2x plus 5 equals 0. And that should be everything you need to have a go at the other questions. So have a go at those, please, and then submit your work on Show My Homework.